from the Carolina Jasmine is. I just Googled Carolina Jasmine downtown Charleston and stole somebody's copyrighted photo.
No clue.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm positive of that. Yeah. The jasmine is nuts because it's about to bloom if it hasn't bloomed already. And that's the nice thing about jasmine. It smells so good, but then it doesn't really do anything for the rest of the year. But at least it stays green. All right, we'll get rolling, guys. We've got a lot to cover this morning, and we have Sandra Patrick with us and also some slides from Carolina One Insurance. Greg's not able to be with us, but we'll hear from Sandra here in a little bit, and we will also hear from our mortgage team, of course, like usual. And I will go through Greg's slides since he's not here. So just another congratulations for our April anniversaries. We've got Sean Kane celebrating 2 years, Gloria Schmeichel celebrating 8 years, John Graham 16 years, and Steve Smith celebrating 20 years with Carolina One this month. So that's awesome. Very fun. 20 years. Isn't that crazy? Steve is here every single morning, first morning. Never fails. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And thank you guys very much for your commitment. We have a Guess Who this week. We like to do this every other week to not, run through everybody in one month. But the fun facts for this person: in 3rd grade, chose horseback riding lessons over cotillion dance lessons. Favorite animal is a white tiger because they are rare and exotic. So we have to think of who in our office is rare and exotic. Favorite ice cream is Breyer's mint chocolate chip. Would go skydiving every day if possible, and has moved 30 times and lived in 8 different states. So throw your guesses up there. Kristen Ackerman, is that who you're thinking? She's usually here this morning too. Oh, there she is. There you are. So throw your guesses in the chat box and we'll see. Anybody, who else did you guys say? Tina, Hartford? Oh yeah, military. Yeah. Including Park Circle agents? Oh yeah. Alex thinks it's Nia. Katrina and Whitley are always the guesses. So far, nobody's guessed Whit. Everyone thinks Katrina and Whitley are Wonder Women. That's so funny. Yeah, generic catch-all people. No, I think Wonder Woman. All right, so a couple of upcoming events. We've got the March of Dimes baby guessing game. Alex, come up here and show them our poster. We've probably got some more coming too.
So this is our poster so far. You little babies, if it's you, shh.
Don't squeal.
So we'll have this up here, and we'll have, I'm going to put numbers by each baby, and then we'll have a card. You pay $10 for the card, and you put who you think each baby is, all grown up.
Yes.
And you can do more than one card because maybe you're sure about one person but not another one. So you can do as many cards as you want. And at the end, whoever guesses the most right, we'll split the pot with the March of Dimes.
Awesome. I know. These are some good pictures too.
And it was my favorite project ever because everyone was like, "Oh, let me go call my mom to find their baby picture."
That's literally what I told Alex this morning. Huh? This is a go-kart. This is Little Rascals. Come on. That's Spanky.
We're at the front desk.
Yeah. Awesome. Sweet. Thanks, Alex. More to come on that.
Yeah.
And we also have, I don't know, Adam's usually here. Adam, are you online? You just messaged me, so you might be handling a crisis. I don't see him, but we'll save it for next week. Yeah, I don't think he's here yet. But we were going to have him tell his story about how, is Adam here? No, not yet. So we'll have him tell his story next week about how March of Dimes has really helped them with their babies, Mason and Ethan. So more to come on that. Okay, also coming up, mark your calendar. We've got a really fun group of agents already purchased tickets that I know of for this event. This is the first in-person Cocktails for Community event in a year and a half, probably. So we definitely want to go out and support them. I'm a little biased because it's in my backyard. It's in Firefly Distillery in Park Circle. If you guys have not been there yet, it's beautiful. It's The inside is pretty small in terms of the parts that you go through, but just the grounds are wonderful. So it's May 12th. I don't know what day of the week that is. Does anybody know what day of the week? Maybe Thursday? Wednesday, May 12th from 6 to 8. It's a $30 donation that goes to Roof. What is Roof? Yes, Realtors Housing Opportunity Fund, which is basically a part of our association that helps build affordable housing for people who can't afford a regular mortgage or things like that. So great, great cause. Yes, super important. $30 gets you open bar and live music and great company, and there'll be food trucks there for purchase for food. I'll send the link out. Yeah, agents would have gotten it, but you wouldn't have gotten it. But I'll send it out anyway, just as like a easy access. All right, so tomorrow we are doing our first quarter new agent meet and mingle, little happy hour from 4:30 to 6 at Viva Tacos and Tequila on Daniel Island. So I'm excited about that. These are the agents that we are highlighting as a welcome. We're going to have a little opportunity to get to know them. I think all of them are coming except for 2. So that'll be good. So I'm excited for you guys to meet them and them to meet you guys and kind of enjoy our company outside. Hopefully it's not 45 degrees like it is today. We can enjoy the weather. So make sure you're planning for at least a pop-in so you can be there. Today, Duval is having an open house. She's actually doing it. You did yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Okay, so Caroline, she did a Carolina One exclusive, but it is live on MLS now. So today you're doing it 12 to 5. Yep. And this is your daughter's house, right? Yeah. So full disclosure, this is Duval's daughter's house. So that's probably why she's staying there from 12 to 5 today. She wouldn't want to be that close with her clients. Right. Anything for your kid, right? So please run out and support her today from 12 to 5 if you can, after the sales meeting or sometime throughout your day. It's in West Ashley and they are moving, unfortunately. So we really got to help them get a good price for their house here. Oh, right. And tomorrow, Friday as well. Okay, so earlier this week, yesterday and on Tuesday, we did 2 social media webinars in the office. One was on search engine optimization and the other one was on ads. And it was actually with AdWorks, which we used to have a partnership with. So I wanted to kind of just share a few bullet points about what we learned. The first thing we learned was that the first webinar was much more salesy than we thought, and we didn't know most of what they were talking about. So that wasn't awesome. But the second one was great. We did learn a few things in the first one. So here's what we learned. Color. Color in your ads is really important. Don't be boring. Put color. It grabs attention. Ads with faces are 11 times more likely to be noticed. They said that they did, they have this thing, and it's actually, I think they copyrighted this little phrase, but face forward ads. So putting a face where you can see someone's emotions. And Tina was actually saying, Tina Campbell Byers afterward, that she noticed herself not being able to see the content of the ad because she just kept staring at the girl's picture. She, like, her eyes just kept going up to her face. So it's just very interesting how that happens. Ads with emotional appeal have a 2-to-1 return. So that's really important. Video ads with a surprised reaction in the first 3 seconds led to a 360% increase in their performance. Yeah. Chip said, I have to start practicing my surprise face. I'm like, yes. And also video, right? We all need to practice video. So that's huge. That's crazy. Happy ads, this is very interesting, saw a 64% decline during the pandemic. Nobody wanted to be happy. And I thought that was really interesting. So they were saying, be relevant with the times. So when the world is shutting down, don't send something out like life is great, because nobody's going to relate to that. So they're saying summer ads, summer creative, they really just their term for summer advertisements, should really be cautiously optimistic, because some people aren't as excited maybe as you are about things opening up, or maybe some people are really frustrated that things are not as open as they want them to be. So you got to just kind of be cautious and tread lightly. And as long as you're relevant with the times, I think that's really good advice for ads. Motion increases engagement by 55%. So check this out. They did a static ad versus a video ad. The same exact content. The only difference is they had the words move in and out of the ad. That's it. and it was a 480% increase in the number of clicks on the ad just because the words literally came in and out. Now you guys know why I do all this ridiculous animation in the sales meeting, because I know you have like a 3-second attention span, and 3 seconds after I put something sparkly on the slides, you're like, meh. Yeah, exactly. Greg said this is why we sell real estate. But it's true. Like, I'm the same exact way. And he even said in the, Kristen and I were laughing, he said in the beginning of the webinar yesterday, I know most of you have already picked up your phones. And I'm sitting there doing sales meeting already. So it's just funny. It's just natural human behavior. So motion in the ad gave 480% more clicks and made it 497% cheaper per click. So it's pretty good. Lisa Mikichi just said 4 seconds, Maggie, 4 seconds. Yeah, he did say that. He did say humans have less attention span than a goldfish. Yeah. I don't know how they measure the attention span of a goldfish, though. They probably don't. Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. Anyway, so that's what we learned, just a little bit. I'll send that out to you guys. This is not like any formal organization of the points, but I just wanted to get them out to you guys. One other thought in terms of Facebook and social media. Just be really careful what you post on social media. I know you guys know this already, but that even applies to our office page and the Carolina One page, Carolina One in general page. Just be very careful. If some people don't understand your joke, if some people don't understand your satire or your comedy or your humor, it could go sideways. Not saying that this has happened, but I know that we tend to post on the Facebook page a little lighter than what we would send out in an email, and that's okay. We just have to be careful. Good. Okay, production. So this is kind of cool. We were not leading the pack, so I'm not as enthusiastic as I normally am. But check out Mount Pleasant North's production. So we are at, I didn't put a box around us today, but we are at 50 sales with 24 million. Mount Pleasant North has 5 more sales than us and at 32 million in sales. It's awesome. They're kicking butt. And then their listing side, they're at 15 units with 22 million in listings. So I don't know what they're doing over there, but if you don't have a property to sell, call Mount Pleasant North agents and figure out what the heck they have listed. You can also check out up here, Charleston Central, Coleman, and DI, big numbers, 28 million in sales, 22 and 26. I mean, there's a lot of business happening. So you guys are doing an awesome job. There's opportunities out there left and right. Just keep it rolling. You're doing great. So far, we've got 26 for 18 million. Let's just skip this. We just went over this. Okay, let's do our thank yous. Perella Group, 9. Awesome stuff. Johnny Lane Nugent, 5. Poppy Team with 2. Lauren Zarilla with 6. Katrina Johnson with 4. Patty Vick. Tyler Davidson. Mary Guest with 3. The Smith Team with 4. Renee Kramer Team with 11. Whitley Boyd with 5. Shelby Haleo. Maybe Whitley, maybe you should have your mouth wired shut all the time. Gosh, I don't know how you have 5 transactions when you can't talk. Machine, girl. Doug Epford with 5, Jeff Cloth with 5, Tina Hartford, Digit Matheny with 4, Dorothy Shea, Allie Atwell, Heather Piedmont, Duval Acker, the Carrie Walker Group with 3, the Fessler Team with 3, Hometown Property Group with 6, Mary Maloney with 2, Bob and Sherry Alford, Val Kelly, Dubose Cuthbert, Cindy Ellenberger, Melissa Loy with 2, Elizabeth Murphy, Paul Lynch, Pam Bishop with 2, Dominique Snyder House, Nancy Carol Crick, Nia Jenkins with 5, Haley Smith, Karen Taz, Laura Goolsby, Ashley Marsh, Madison Reed, the Northrop Team, Homes of the Low Country, and Casey Benton. Good stuff. Awesome. All right, quick reminder from the girls, Alyssa and Tony, please be sure to have all your documents uploaded into SkySlope prior to your closing. We're getting better, but we're still not doing as well as we could. If you have a commission reduction, even if you just paid for a warranty, we have to have a commission reduction form. Referral fee forms, obviously, we need those filled out if you're paying a referral. Transaction information sheets, we need that as well. We can't process the closing until we have all the documents. And just keep in mind, the girls can't process closings after 10 a.m. So there's one time a day they can process closings, and it's before 10 a.m. So that's why the mornings are a little hectic sometimes. But if it doesn't get to us complete before 10 a.m., it's going to get processed the next day. Okay? All right, a couple of important memos. What does this slide mean? 1 out of every 7 and 8 shifts. Turns into a qualified lead. That's awesome. Sometimes more, sometimes less, right? Depends on when you're doing floor duty, depends on when you're doing open house and where and that sort of thing. I'm also very proud of this slide. Looks like that girl sitting right in that open house. Felt very proud of my little graphic design skills. But seriously, you have admin work to do anyway. You have prospecting work to do anyway. You might as well pick up a shift. So think it through, stick to it. Don't give up too early, especially on open houses. I know sometimes people are like, every time I do an open house, everyone who comes through is with an agent. Okay, but don't give up. Just keep going. The conversations will help you build the relationships, which will help you do better at finding opportunities. So keep going. I just wanted to put this out here. So we always talk about working your plan, planning your work and working your plan. The Ninja Planner is on sale right now for $31.95. So if you didn't buy it at the beginning of the year, it's not too late. I use a modified version of this and it's awesome. Like just the Ninja Planner in general, it literally, you open it up, it basically tells you what to do every day. And if you don't fill it out, you're like, oh, I should really get on it. You know, it's a form of accountability. So just keep it in mind. I'll send you the link if you're interested, but $31.95 I think is like half the cost of what it normally is. I don't remember. Do you remember, Alex? 50? Yeah, so it's normally about 50. Okay. No, my modified version is because I'm a crazy person and I took the stuff from that and I made one in Excel. Because I'm a crazy person. Yeah, the book is big and thick. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alex said she unbound it and then does it by quarters and just takes out, you know, that quarter, or you could do it monthly too, but good idea. It's a lot of stuff. All right, so this is an important memo for everybody. This is going to be interesting. I don't really know why they're doing this, but on January 1st, 2022, so of next year, the only way you can access a lockbox is through the Central Lock app. So you will no longer use your Central Lock key. As of April 1st of this year rather, anyone who is new to the game does not get a Central Lock card, they get the app. So I don't really know why they're doing it that way, but it will at least avoid you showing up to a lockbox without a card that gives you access to it. Yeah, probably so. YK for agents. That's funny. Yeah, the app is awesome. I unfortunately cut off the rest of that slide and I don't remember what it says, but it probably says that if you already have a Central card, you're going to be able to use that up until January 2022. So just keep it in mind. More to come on that, but heads up for now. Okay. Quick reminder on marketing, and then I believe we're jumping to Sandra Patrick. So you guys do Snap Mail. What is Snap Mail? Just sold and just listed postcards, right? It's part of the C180 package. You might use it for other things as well. But when you go to the marketing homepage, it's directly on the right-hand side as its own little button, right? Well, when you click on it now to do your just listed and just sold postcards, you might get this message, which happened to me like 5 times. So if you get that message, just click this little send anyway button and just carry on. And then it's going to look like this. It takes you to Express Docs. Express Docs and Snap Mail have always been the same thing. So Snap Mail was always run by Express Docs. We just didn't know it. But the Snap Mail platform looked like it was from the year I was born. So they upgraded it to Express Docs platform, but failed to let anybody know. And it got really confusing and then overwhelming. And then agents all lost their minds because you know your process. And when your process changes, you're like, what is this? And especially when it's a surprise. So I totally get that. So now it goes into Express Docs. This is what it looks like. Okay. Snap Mail is over here on the right. See, I learned from that webinar, put the shiny things to get y'all's attention. Snap Mail's on the right. So you'll click that. And I don't have any postcards in there. Otherwise, I would show you because I don't have any listings, obviously. I would show you how to approve them and all that. But they also, and this is my favorite part of the news, change the look of the postcard. So this is what the postcard looks like. So it'll say property address, not the headshot, the main picture of the property. And then you can customize it if you want to, or you can leave it the way it is. So I think it's a big improvement. I just want to make sure you guys are aware. But there's one catch to it, okay? You got to double check all your information. Make sure your headshot is relevant and new, and make sure your office address is correct. Okay. Because we had one go out. Look at Carrie Walker. Carrie, are you like really focusing on this? Yeah, he's like, what's going on? We had one go out without a headshot at no fault of our agents because it's new and nope, you didn't know how to do it. And then we had another one almost go out with a very old headshot. So, and then the words were also all like mumbled on top of each other. So marketing is aware. At first they told me nothing changed. And then I was like, yes, it did. You're lying. It changed. So now they're looking into it. I think we talked to Peyton 7 times this week. She probably hates us. Yeah. 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 The information when they did the upgrade should not have done that, obviously. It should have just kept all the same information. So they're a little bit frustrated as well because they like Express Docs didn't say, hey, you might lose information in this process. So just make sure when you approve your just listed and just sold, double check your headshot, upload the new one if you need to, ask Alyssa or Tony or I for help, call Peyton. She's been very, very helpful. 2052 is her direct. But we'll make sure that's right. Wait, what's that? Whitley's question was, is there any way to get our postcards to not pass through the Mount Pleasant system because it's still doing the big smear on? Yeah, Philip actually went and had a meeting at the post office. Yeah, yeah. And I feel like sometimes it doesn't and sometimes it doesn't. Like, I don't understand, but the machine at the post office is probably as old as I am. So who knows? Yeah. Question. Yeah, that was also great. Yeah. It was great. It was a great experience. Yeah. And Express Docs has been really helpful to her. When we have one. Right. Yeah. I think it's working for the most part now, but just double check your info. So know that it changed. Give yourself some time when you do it for the first time again and just make sure everything's correct. And if it's not correct and you send it out by accident, let me know and we'll make sure it's fixed. Okay. All right. Last thing on our activity contest before we hear from Sandra. So this was last week and this was me last week because we had one person participating, but we've improved. So I'm really hopeful we're getting better. So we had 14 people participate last week, which is great. Very excited about that. There's Adam. And let me see. I'd like to highlight those people. We've got Jen Huffman, Paul Lynch, Kristen Ackerman, Kimberly Ritter, Whitley Boyd, Madison Reed, Haley Smith, Juval Acker, Elizabeth Murphy, Alex Terregas, Melissa Loy, Suzanne Jacobs, Laura Goolsby, Tina Campbell, and Andrea Rose Rousseau. So awesome stuff. Thank you guys for participating. I'm going to throw this number out there. What do you think that means? 33. 33 what? I wish. 33 is the most any office has participating number. So, and that you can guess which office it is. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Mount Pleasant North. So if that part of Mount Pleasant is doing all the activities, I feel inspired. I feel like we can do that. So I'm making a goal for next week, 20. Not 33 yet. Because then it's going to be 34. But we'll start with 20. We'll get to 20. So it is working. I was just going to say, read my mind, girl. This stuff really does work. We wouldn't preach it and push it if it didn't work. So just jump back in, get back to the basics. Somebody posted on Facebook, I think it was Madison, said, I always need this because it always resets me. And it's so true. Everybody could afford to go back to the basics, right? And accountability is a huge thing. So get in on it, jump in, let me know how I can help you with that if you need the help. Oh my gosh, Sandra, I'm sorry. I keep thinking that you're coming next and you're not. Okay, we are going to come to you though. But we do have 9 listings to talk about. Hopefully they're not all under contract already. All right, Peggy and Liz, talk to us about this house you're selling in this beautiful Oak Terrace Preserve neighborhood.
Okay, I'll take over. This is a great townhouse. I'm doing an open house on Saturday, 1 to 3, and would love for you all to come. The tenant will not allow showings. So the only way that I can show it is through the open house. So we're trying to ramp that up and would love your support. It's a 3-bedroom townhome, 2.5 baths in great, great shape and in a great location. So please come. Would love to see you there.
Charlene asked what the regime is. It's $50 a month and $500 a year. Good neighborhood. I might be biased.
How long are the tenants' rights? How long are the tenants in there?
Mid-June. She'll be out by
Just in
mid-June.
time for a second birthday party. Right, unless she decides to stay longer against our best wishes or whatever, against her will, whatever that's, you know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Nice listing. Good price. I like that price.
Is there any chance that there's a bedroom on the ground floor?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay, just checking.
Thanks.
Just to put this into perspective, my first house in Oak Terrace is directly across the street from this. And I don't remember what I bought it for. That's irrelevant. My current house is down the street from this, and I bought it. It's 1,800 square feet with, like, I think you guys have seen my screen porch, massive screen porch with a fire. I paid $360 for it. Isn't that insane? And I have a garage. Yeah. I'm moving. Anybody want to sell my house? Just kidding. All right, awesome. Doug Gepford, tell us about Brook Forest. Let me see if you're on. No, he is not with us unless he's on one of these phone numbers. He's got 2 listings, actually. 8585 Brook Forest Drive, 3 beds, 2 bath, a little over 1,100 square feet, listed at a flat 200. So I don't know if that's still available, but that price probably isn't going to last long. Yeah, I don't know where the Lakes is. North Charleston. By Northwood Estates. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right, Lauren, tell us about Guilford Court. This looks good. Your pictures came out awesome. She's not on this morning either. What the heck? That's what my nephew says all the time. What the heck?
She's
Glenn, do you?
Hey, Maggie. I talked with her last night. She received 1 offer already yesterday afternoon, and 2 more were to come in. So she's probably trying to figure out which offer to take.
Gotcha. This is actually her personal house. This is one of her houses. So just make sure you guys are aware of that and disclosing that if you've got somebody interested. But it's an awesome house. I've been in it. It's a great house. The backyard is amazing. Backs up to wetlands.
Hey,
so
Maggie.
she's got that at 625.
Hey, Maggie. It's
hey, Nicole.
We're taking, there's more showings today and offers are due at 2 p.m.
Okay, awesome. All right, and Doug also has 675 Gannett Road, 3 beds, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square feet in Bentley Park. That's a cute little neighborhood. Nice curb appeal on that one for $675. So reach out to him if you've got somebody there. We've got Kimberly. I know you're with us. Tell us about Hidden Lakes.
This isn't mine, sweetie.
Oh, well, you want to tell us about it anyway?
About Hidden Lakes. This is a great house. It has wood flooring, and it has an updated kitchen, and it backs up to a fabulous canal. And if you don't know where Hidden Lakes is, it is right off Rifle Range Road, in between the Connector and Ben Sawyer, and it's a wonderful community.
That's awesome. That was like a TV commercial. Word is that it's Charlotte's. Charlotte, are you with us? Anything you want to add to Kimberly's beautiful commercial of your listing?
Thanks, Kimberly. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You did a great job. No, it's super cute. I think I'm getting a couple offers this morning. It's been on about 3 or 4 days, but anyway, it's it's right on Rifle Range. Great neighborhood. 3-2 is pretty basic, but it's a nice house, and I'm sure it'll go in the next couple days. So anyway, show it if you can. It's vacant. It's easy.
Is that the right price, Charlotte?
$775.
$775. Yeah.
But it's the wrong subdivision too.
Yeah, and it's saying Beresford Creek Landing. This is Hidden Lakes. This is not Beresford Creek Landing. This is in Mount
Sorry.
which is a very desirable area, and you cannot get deliveries here in this area very often. Jump on it.
Sorry, Alyssa's flying solo most of the day yesterday until Sheila came to the rescue. So we'll give her a mulligan. It's all right.
It's all good.
Thanks for the help.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We do that on purpose, actually. No, just kidding. All right, Melissa, tell us about Nexton. How you doing on this one? This house is awesome. Yeah. I don't know if she's here. She did have an offer on it, but they came in low, believe it or not. Who does that? They don't even go here. So this is 321 Brightleaf Loop. I think she's actually showing today, this morning. But 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath in Nexton, $575. Just blows my mind. And she'll get it. I mean, it's just crazy. There's another house down the street that sold at $589, and doesn't look nearly as lovely as hers. You know, I'll tell you something kind of funny. She did an open house there, and there was a guy from another company who did an open house the same day down the street, like 5 or 7 doors down. And Melissa was trying to help send people to them and vice versa. And the one person that she sent down there said, well, which house is it? And she said, it's this house, whatever the address was. And he said, well, I thought that was a birthday party. And she's like, why would you think that? And the agent clearly didn't prepare for the open house and walked into whatever store was on the way and just got whatever balloons there were. So there was a unicorn balloon and a happy birthday balloon. I mean, like, how ridiculous. Could you imagine how the sellers felt? It's just crazy. So don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, there are a lot of strange things happening in the world right now. All right, Elizabeth, you are here. So people at home are not going to be able to hear you, but I will type what you tell us. Tell us about 1681 Nantahala. Awesome. She's going on MLS this afternoon, guys. All right, and this is our last one that we've got today. 112 Botany Bay. Adam, I saw you come on. You've got your girls here. I can ask them to tell us. Huh? Oh, it's Molly's. Molly, tell us all about it. Mm. Yeah, Archdale's a good neighborhood. Yeah, you'll sell it. Yep, good schools as well, right? All right, so that is the last of our new listings. Have wants and needs. What do we got?
Me.
Whitley. Okay, I'll come back to you, Critter. Hold on one second. Whitley has 2.
Hey, is it okay to talk?
No, hold on. I'm typing what Whitley's saying. Hold on one second. On which one? Hobca? On Hobca? Are you still talking about Hobca? Okay. Willie's got one coming in Hobca Point with deep water access and a boat lift. 1.5 million, 4 beds, 4 full baths on 2/3 of an acre. It's a split level floor plan. Master's upstairs. Harbor. How much? Okay. Okay. All right. So Whitley's got the one in Hobcaw Point coming for 1.5. And then Yacht Harbor, second one that she has coming up, 5 bedrooms, 5 full baths, for $2 million with a 40-foot boat slip that will be sold separate if it doesn't go with the house. The house is about 3,200 square feet. And then Peggy said needs a house in Ion up to 1.25. All right, Critter, what you got? And then I'll come to you, Haley.
Thank you. I have a house that's coming on the market. Photos were taken yesterday. It is in Park West in Tennyson. It's a fabulous, fabulous family home. It has over 4,100 square feet, probably closer to 4,200. And it has 6 bedrooms. The master bedroom is downstairs, and the 6th bedroom is downstairs as well. That is currently used as an office. There is a hall full bath right outside that guest bedroom that is currently used as an office, which will be a great place for your elderly mother to come and visit and just scoot right over to the next room. The master is very large with a large walk-in closet. There are hardwood floors throughout, formal dining, open kitchen to the family room, great screen porch, fenced-in yard, room enough for a pool, which everyone wants now, and it backs up to a fabulous large pond. The price is a bargain, $900,000.
I feel like I'm on The Price is Right and they're doing this showcase. Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. All right, cool. Haley, you had one as well.
Well,
you put
mine
something
is
in the chat box.
Yeah, I just put something in chat box. It's just I'm needing a good painter and for brick and inside, and also somebody that's good with woodwork. This is a personal ask. So if anyone wants to put it in the message board, that'd be awesome.
Sweet. Kristen Ackerman, I will type what she says, guys. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and you got a second one?
Under 1,800 square feet, master down, and the in-ground pool backyard is the basement, but it is an awesome backyard. Full blown landscaping, awesome patio, the overhang, corner laundry easily, pretty open. It's really cool.
Price.
65.
Okay. Awesome. Reach out to Kristen. She's got Cane Bay 385 and Sangaree 265-ish. And then Lisa McKeechee has a DI need, existing home on the river or resale lot to build, 3 million plus. And then Kathy Remington needs 4 bedrooms with a yard in Long Point. Good neighborhood. Anybody else? Okay. All right, I'm going to jump forward on this so we can hear from Sandra. As I had mentioned, Greg out. Sandra, tell us what you got going on in your world.
Hey guys, it's good to see all of y'all. We are busy, as you could probably imagine, even though there's not that many listings out there in the Charleston area. Just to kind of recap and let y'all know how we ended 2020 and how we're looking in 2021. We actually closed 998 closings last year, which was huge. It was up from like 570 the year before. I call it the Great Migration South is what we all felt last year, that's for sure. Right now, we've already closed 324 this year. I've expanded my team a good bit with several new closing coordinators. If any of y'all have done any of the e-commerce closings, you've worked with Nicholas Roth over there. He is part of our team. Erin Lemming, she's doing some of the e-commerce as well. And we've got a couple new ones on staff that have a lot of real estate experience. So if you are in search of a closer, please let me know and I will make sure to get you paired up. You know, we want to earn your business, keep it, and have y'all keep coming back. And if you've tried us in the past and that closing coordinator didn't work out, you know, let me know and I will pair you up with somebody who will be a better fit for you. You know, everybody has different personalities that work well together. And so that's kind of my little game, I guess I have tried to play, is to make sure I pair you up with a closer that will fit you best, as well as one that can handle the workload that you're going to hand over to them. One thing I know y'all were just talking about earlier, Maggie was mentioning the whole sky slope and different things like that. You know, when we are working with y'all, we are tagged in sky slope. We'll ask the OAs if y'all don't know how to do it, how to tag us in sky slope, so that once the document is created between contract to close, we'll upload that in there for you. We also copy the email address so that all those emails are logged in there. I don't know if y'all know that about SkySlope or not, but you can go into the log and see all the emails that were sent if you copy that, the address, the email address in SkySlope. That way everything is logged on there for you. But we'll put any documents in there that are created and generated between contract to close, so that way your OAs don't have to chase you for that sort of stuff. You know, price changing, different things like that, date extension, Steel 100 clearing letters, all that sort of stuff. We'll put that in there for you. Also, things that I'm seeing out there are, you know, agents who jumped in the market last year who are definitely not as qualified as a lot of the Carolina One agents that y'all have worked with. And also the 1% agents out there that the sellers use to get their house on the market. It does make things a little bit more interesting. So it's basically, you know, having to deal with a FSBO, but it not technically be a FSBO. You know, we basically end up kind of having to work for that side as well, but we'll do it to get it done. I just closed one this week and it's actually a lender who did it as the seller side. So he was a lot more versed than the typical FSBOs out there. Other things we're kind of seeing, my closers and I are seeing, is that closings are not getting easier. They're sometimes getting a little bit more difficult, only because you have a lot of stressed buyers because they can't find a house. And when they do, it might not be the perfect house because of the inspection and all that sort of stuff. And also sellers who are selling their house and haven't sold in a really long time, so don't understand the contract to closing process. So that is definitely where we can come in and kind of handhold your clients a little bit more when you're out trying to get some more business and things like that. They can call us or email us or text us, and we'll talk them through whatever questions they may have. You know, also getting sellers in prior to the buyers to signing their documents and different things like that. You know, worrying about whether if they even want to come in person to a closing still, or if they want everything to be emailed over to them. We'll get all that sort of details worked out for you. That's definitely things I see happening a lot more since, again, the market is so thin with inventory out there. What is some of the inventory out there can cause a little problems between contract to close. But we'll definitely hold your client's hand a lot for you to get it all the way to the closing table. So, and you know, we only charge y'all if it closes. It's $290 and it's a flat fee. And I work everything with Miffy, so you don't have to write a check or anything. She just pulls it right out of your account before you get your commission, and you can use this as a write-off at the end of the year. So there's that.
That's a good part.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let me
Yeah.
see if we have any questions in the chat box. Just a compliment for Nick. Nick is my TC and he's wonderful from Alex. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But any questions for Sandra on how they do things, or pretty straightforward?
I will let y'all know, a couple years ago when I combined or joined with this national company, they had this system that they loved and that my closing coordinators and I basically tore it apart. We are not using that system anymore. We're actually using a system that kind of just assists the closing coordinators. And it's a system that's been in place for years and across the nation. It just has some standardized emails that go out. And Nick spent, right when we all went shut down for COVID, revising all of those emails to better match the low country area and what we ask for. We don't ask for radon inspections and different things like that. So he really personalized all these emails just for the low country area. So we do have a standard set of emails that we will send out to the lender, the attorney, the cooperating agent, and the client, just to kind of keep checking in. And it's all set by the dates that are in the contract. So, and we have control whether those emails go out or whether they don't go out. Before, we did not have that kind of control. We obviously still type our own emails and do that sort of thing that are the personalized. They're just some generic ones that we can send out. And if you ever want to see those, I can get those over to you so that you at least have a list and know what kind of generic ones are out there. And again, they don't go out. We control whether they go out. We also edit them as needed, kind of a thing. But with that system, when I ask y'all, if you want to come on board, I'd love to know your preferred vendors and different things like that. I build your profile by putting your preferred vendors in there. So when some of these standard emails go out, and for our own personal emails that we will send out, I'll have your preferred attorney in there, your preferred lender, your preferred, Seal 100, home inspector, all that sort of stuff on there, so that it will pop up with those people in there. I can always remove them before the email goes out, especially if we're not using your normal attorney or something like that. But that way I do build your profile and it's saved in there for us and to send out to your client if needed.
Good information. And I'm also glad you pointed out that you guys aren't using that system anymore, because I know it was frustrating.
It was a level of horrible for sure. And I know I'm like the cockroach of the closing coordinators. I've been around and, they could drop the atomic bomb. I'll still be doing closings. But it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And I went trying to learn that one and it just didn't work at all. But now this one is the system that is used across the country. And again, it's just generic emails that we control the whole thing. And that emails don't get randomly sent out or anything. And if y'all are working with me on a closing, I actually am using it and you probably don't know that. So, and that's a good thing.
Yeah,
but again, we
perfect.
do control everything. We still send out our personal emails, type everything like that, because every contract is different and you can't just standardize everything from contract to closing.
Right. All right. Well, thank you for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Hope to be in y'all's office someday soon.
I know. We miss seeing you, but I'm sure we'll see you soon. Thank you for everything. I appreciate the information.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, cute hug. All right. I'm going to go back real quick before we hear from Cheryl Lane. And I wanted to share clear cooperation with you guys. Just real quick, an example that happened last week. There's one agent who does not get the right to answer the trivia question here because, and you probably just saw the answer, but because she's the one who brought it to my attention. So what is the clear cooperation law? Yes. So 24 hours or 24 business hours? Business hours. Yes. So the clear cooperation says within 1 business day of marketing a property to the public, the listing broker must submit the listing to the MLS for cooperation with other MLS entities. Participants, excuse me. So this listing screenshot came to me from a Facebook page on what day? Tuesday afternoon. It says, I have 36 Grand Pavilion going live on Monday. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 baths with 2946 square feet. It has great rental income, listed at 1.99 million, listed by Mickey Ramey. Don't know why I blocked it out, her name, because it says it right there. Okay, so it went on MLS yesterday. Is she in violation of clear cooperation? So what's the first question? Exactly what Whitley just said. When did she post it? Did she post it on Friday? Did she post it on Thursday? Did she post it on Wednesday, Saturday? When? So if you look, if I received this Tuesday afternoon, there's a 3-day little mark at the top there, right? So she posted it 3 days ago. We can see right under where I have the black box that it was posted 3 days prior to Tuesday. So if we look at the calendar, Tuesday was the 20th. 3 days prior was what day? But it was posted 3 days prior. It was posted on Saturday. Okay. It went live in MLS yesterday, which was what day? Sorry. It went live on MLS on Monday. So she's fine. Yeah. I was even going to say I didn't have to block out her name because she's not in violation. But my point in this, she's fine because it was one business day, right? She actually had until Tuesday to post it. But my point in this is when these things come up, this actually got sent to one of our agents from a seller. And she said, I don't understand why you can't do this. And she was frustrated because she explained clear cooperation, said, I can't advertise it to the public. I can't post it on Facebook pages until you're ready to go on the market within 1 day. And she did everything right. And the woman wasn't as frustrated, you know, it wasn't like a big deal that I had to call her or anything. But we do the same thing. So what ended up happening with this? I got pissed. I sent it to Michael Scarfile and I was like, doesn't she know better? And I was so mad. And then he's like, yeah, she should. And then I sent it to Joseph Cullum at MLS. And I was like, can you look into this and help me understand, is this in violation or is it not? And he's like, no, it's not. And this is why. And I was like, okay, you're right. So I was mad that then I wasn't right. And then I was embarrassed. But the point is, we react as soon as we see it because we're like, why is everybody doing that? And we're like, why is everybody posting? Does anybody have anything coming up on this in these neighborhoods? And we're getting so distracted and consumed by everyone else who's doing it. And sometimes they're doing it the right way. And sometimes they're not doing it the right way, but who cares? So we just got to stay above the noise on it. If we know one is in violation, we need to report it because we need to actually, if we're going to be held to the standard, we need to set the standard, right? So if we know one's in violation, we need to report it. If we aren't sure, send it to me and we'll go through the whole steps of the calendar process and figure it out. But it is a little wishy-washy because if it didn't say, if we don't know when we got the screenshot, we don't know really when she posted it because it says 3 days ago. Well, 3 days ago from the day that this person took the screenshot. So they could have taken the screenshot, you know, whatever day. So until that changes, and I don't know what Facebook's rule is, where it actually shows posted on Tuesday, posted on Wednesday, it gets very wishy-washy. So just be mindful. We know the rule and we have to abide by the rule, and that's what we're going to continue to do. But if you see something in violation, let me know and prepare your sellers. You're going to see people on Facebook who are doing this all the time. That doesn't mean we're going to do it. We're not going to sacrifice our integrity for a short-term game. Good? And I'm happy to be embarrassed any day by asking questions and being wrong. Okay, moving forward, Andrew and Sherilyn are going to talk to us a little bit about the loan approval process.
Good morning, Carolina One Mortgage. Hey guys, good morning. This is actually pretty good. I'm going to go through this really quickly because of time, but it actually piggybacks well on what Sandra Patrick just talked about. You know, there's a lot of different people involved in helping you get your folks from the beginning at pre-approval all the way through closing. So I just kind of wanted to remind you on the lender side what we're doing and who's involved in getting your loans to closing. So you've got us, your mortgage loan officer, MLOs. We want to do your pre-approvals for you as soon as you have folks so that you know that you're spending your time wisely. Then we have our processors. Andrew and I have several processors, Sarah Cody being our lead, but we have other processors if we need more assistance because we have good business. So thank you guys for that. We have, of course, the underwriter, and we have a whole variety of underwriters. We have conventional underwriters, FHA underwriters, VA, and then jumbo. And then there's also the state housing underwriters that review our underwriters' work. So, it's not one size fits all with loans. So there are a variety of underwriters. And of course, the ever needed appraisers. We do not choose the appraisers. They are on our selected appraisal team. But Andrew and I have no say-so in who does the appraisals. Insurance agents, Carolina One Insurance, or your client's insurance company of choice. We are involved with that because we need to make sure the insurance is satisfactory for the purchase, and to make sure we've got the loan number, mortgagee clause, all that on there. So we're involved in all these different aspects of things. And then, of course, the closing attorney, we order title work up front, and then we review with them the title work, and also check on them to see where the title work is. I have a lot of loans that aren't closing now for 45, 60, 90 days because maybe they're new construction or they're pushed out for one reason or the other. Just remember that the attorneys cannot do the title work too soon in the process. That's usually the thing we're waiting on, but they cannot do it too early in the process, because what if somebody put a lien on the property, last month, and they provide a title work and the closing's not till next month. So they can't do that too far in advance. And then we also have our own closers. Once our loan is through audit and approved, our closer picks it up and coordinates with the closing attorney. They're really important, but they're behind the scenes, but they're really important because they order the wire for the closing. So they order the money. So they're really important. So anyways, and so behind the scenes, I get emails from all these different groups all day long on the loans, so I can kind of manage and see what's going on. So anyways, so us as a loan officer, I'm not going to just read through this. I'm just going to, we're going to talk to your potential buyers. We want to talk to them, make them feel good, talk about whether they're going to, get approved or what we need to wait on. Or I sell pre-approval all day long. I talked to a young couple for Greg and Abby yesterday afternoon, and she hasn't been employed on her current job for a month. She was furloughed for 12 months, but I could assure her, because she worked in that same line of work and that's her field of degree, that we could do that. We'll just get a couple letters in the file, not a problem. But the most important thing is for them to do the application so I can give it to them. I do not do pre-approvals without seeing pay stubs, W-2s. I do not ask for asset statements because they'll put that information in the application, and I don't want to get it too early or be overly invasive. But if I'm not pulling credit and verifying income, I can't do a pre-approval. I've got somebody right now, and he says, well, I can't really get that. I'm like, well, I can't really do it. And I can't put my name out there to a pre-approval letter without reviewing. So it's very important. And that way you guys know you're not wasting your time. So very, very important. So Andrew and I, that's what we're looking for all the time. This form says provides agent with pre-qualification. That doesn't do you guys any good. People can tell me the money they make and the debts they have all day long and not do the application and not let me pull credit. I guarantee you something else will come up. Okay, so anyways. And the nice thing about it too is when the borrowers are trying to figure out, your clients trying to figure out what price point they want to be in, we can go ahead and do some numbers for them based on their credit score and the loan program they're going to go with, things like that. So, and pre-approval letters, as you all know, is very, very important. Our processors, as I said, they're going to coordinate all the behind the scenes paperwork. We turn everything in, they order title work. I actually order my appraisals because I like to know when they're being done. But they review everything. They send it to the underwriter. The underwriter conditionally approves the loan, and then the processor sends out the things that are missing. So, but I see all that going on. So, the underwriter is risk analysis. It's all about the risk when we're doing mortgages, and that they're the guideline experts. And so actually, I'm working on one for Duval right now, and I wanted to make sure I counted the rental income that the client who's moving into town gets, that I was calculating it correctly. So I can go to what's called our scenario underwriting desk. So, within a day, I know I have exact income, and actually I ended up with more income than I would have calculated. So anyway, but we have all those availability to us to be able to review, because we're a lender, we're not a broker, and oftentimes brokers don't have the luxury of all that back end help. So, appraisers, you all know what appraisers do. So, Insurance agent, you know, a lot of our clients, I love this. A lot of them are going through and getting the insurance up front in the loan. Sometimes they drag their feet at the end, but which creates problems. But I have more and more clients right now, especially, that want to get all that insurance straight. So when we help them look at the insurance. Yeah, Greg. Uh-huh. Right. So they need enough coverage that the insurance would 100% replace the house. So sometimes they might have a $500,000 purchase, but the insurance agent says, well, you'll only need $425 because that's all it's going to cost to rebuild the house. The land is still there if it was a total loss. So it's all about, and it's called what is it called? The RCE? I don't know what that stands for, but I see Sarah ask for it often. If the insurance company comes back and says it'll cost this much, and we're giving you 125% replacement, then that's what we can use.
So it's not a number, the amount of coverage is not a number that
Right, right. As long as they cover the rebuilding of the house 100%. That's what we're looking for. Right. I know what you're talking about. Right. Yeah. Well, I'm handling this loan for Greg. So the lower quote, they weren't offering them sufficient coverage. They weren't providing 100% replacement, and they didn't have good coverage on personal property, and the deductibles were high. So oftentimes the client will come back to me because, you know, it's all about relationship, right, you guys? We're building relationships. I'm not closing the loan tomorrow and I'm done with these folks, just like you're not. It's all about the relationship. So I always say, I'm not a licensed insurance agent, but if you want me to review these with you, let's take a peek and let's see if we can see where the differences are. And if the first company, quote, lowballed you to get the business, then maybe that's not the company you want to deal with, which is what I told our client. So, okay. So insurance agents are very important, and it's a great time to take a look. You want to have good insurance, and we're going to make sure you have good insurance. And then the closers, our closer is working on the paper, on the documents with the attorney's closer. They're balancing the closing disclosure. Let me back up 1 minute though. We don't always have the title work in when we send out the initial closing disclosure. So we're basically basing it on the information that we have, which at that point is maybe some HOA fees, but oftentimes not. And oftentimes because of the amount of capacity and loans going on, we might not know HOA information until the final closing disclosure. So I always remind the clients that just because that says to send $5,000 doesn't mean you're not going to need $6,000. So because we have to get that. And sometimes the attorney's office hasn't given us all those items. I am seeing an improvement in that these last few weeks. So anyways, all right. And the attorney is the middleman. The attorney is going to take the closing package, review it with the buyer, have them sign it, notarize it, and their office is responsible for recording all the deeds, notes, and mortgages, and paying anything that has to be paid, paying you your commission, paying the insurance agents, paying maybe the HOA fees if they're due, anything like that. So that's part of what the attorney does. And the attorney then has to return the package to us within 24 business hours. Okay, guys. So Andrew and I'm sorry Andrew couldn't be here. He lives way up on North Retton. I guess there was a big 526 faux pas this morning. But we are so excited to thank all of you for all of your business this first quarter of 2021. So these are the new loans. Laura Goolsby, 2 loans. Poppy Team, 2 loans. Bonnie Cook, 3 loans. Kimberly Ritter, 2. Renee Kramer, Team 2. Kristen Ackerman, 2. Molly Lawson, Jeannie XL. Duval Acker, Ann Wise, Steve Smith, 2, John Nugent, 2, Paul Lynch, 2, Jen Huffman, Dominique. Is that, huh? Oh, stop, Andrew. Dominique House, even having a new baby. We've had 2 new loans with her. Leah Fry, Ashley Marsh, the Davis Rivers team, Fessler team 2, Pam Bishop, Cindy Howell, Joe Keller, Tina Hartford, Elizabeth Murphy, Alex Torregas, Dorothy Shea, and Mary Maloney. Thank you guys so much for your new loans. Yeah, so it's Andrew and I have a really, we have a really well-oiled system, and I hope that you all see that it really works well. And I thought about this the other day. Alex texted us at 6:30 on Sunday, and we couldn't quite help her because it was late. And but normally, I bet Andrew and I get back to 80% of you within, I don't know, 10 minutes, and 95% of you within an hour when you text or email us. So we want to be there for you and your clients, especially with this current market. We get it. We get it. So those are the new loans. And I want to thank these folks for all the closings. Bonnie Cook, we've had 4 closings. Pam Bishop, 3 closings. Alex Tregus, closings. Steve Smith, 3 closings. Kimberly Ritter, 2 closings. Paul Lynch, 2 closings. Tina Hartford, Melissa Lloyd, 2 closings. The Renee Kramer team, Tina Campbell Byers, Kristen Ackerman, the Fessler team, Poppy team, 2 closings. Ann Wise, John Nugent, Ashley Marsh, Laura Goolsby, Joe Keller, Mary Maloney, Jen Huffman, Cindy Howell, Elizabeth Murphy, and Jeannie Excel. So thank you guys so very, very, very much. So I've got the rates up here. If you want them, let me know. They probably do not hardly look any different than when I showed you guys 2 weeks ago. We do have jumbo money, and as little as down as 10.01%. Don't ask me why it's 89.99. I don't know, but let us know if you guys need some help. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all.
Rates are crazy. All right, I am, for the sake of time, going to fast forward through this contract stuff I was going to do because I know it will have a lot of questions, which is a good thing. But just want to kind of point out the most commonly used strategies right now I'm seeing on written offers is escalation clauses, appraisal protections, that says proactions, sorry, paying for seller closing costs. Those seem to be the 3 things that are working either individually or in conjunction together. So if you have questions about that stuff, let me know. I've got on here an escalation clause, the verbiage. So I'm just going to scroll over that. I can email that to you guys if you need it, but most of you already have it. Appraisal protection verbiage. That just basically says if the house doesn't appraise for a certain price, the buyer is going to cover the difference. You would still make it contingent on appraisal. But if you still don't win and you need to be a backup offer, don't forget about Form 391. We'll kind of hammer that a little bit further next week. But if you're writing a backup offer, make sure that you add an additional addendum to cover the fact that they can get out of it at any time while in backup position. So if you have questions about that stuff, let me know. So a little bit of humor for you guys, and then we'll do our, let's hope that this plays. Then we'll do our, maybe you guys have already seen it. We'll do our Guess Who, and we'll wrap for the day and head out to Duval's listing at 12 to support her.
Okay, people, here's how this is going to work. I have an apple here. The highest bidder's going home with this. I want all bids in the next 2 minutes that we're closing. Bidding starts at $5. Feeling pretty confident there, huh? I mean, $10. He said starting at 5. 15. It's a new apple. Yeah, just listed. I'll take cash. I got cash. 40. 30. 40. No, just make it 45. Is it even worth that? 50. No. But you can get this apple I tried to buy, and I didn't see it close. Nope, it's an apple. You don't because you want it. I'll take it for $100. What, in California, it's the cheapest apple I ever saw. 120.
So you get it. That is definitely relevant to the real estate market right now, right? So just do your best. Stay above the noise. Stay steady and focused on what you know to do, what you know is right. Recognize that busy does not necessarily mean productive. And I really think this part's important. I've noticed this, and I've tried to start coming up with something, but we need to have a better response for how's the market other than like, it's busy, it's crazy, it's wild, like there's no listings, there's no inventory. Like, yeah, we gotta finesse that a little better. Maybe some of you already have, and if you have, send them to me because I need some pointers. But I know that every time somebody asks me lately, how you doing? I'm like, I don't know, crazy. like losing my mind, busy as heck, trying to keep my agents steady and focused. I mean, I don't know. What do you mean, how am I doing? So like, I'm like, I really got to think of something better to say other than crazy busy, right? So just think through that. And remember, if you exude stress and drama over the market, the people you're talking to are going to absorb the same thing, especially your clients. So if you need to release that to me, do it so that way you don't release it to your clients. You guys do a pretty good job of that, but don't release it to your spouses either. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. I understand a little differently. So good luck out there today. Let's do our guess who and wrap for the day. So we had a couple of guesses in there. So in 3rd grade, this person chose horseback riding lessons over cotillion dance lessons. Favorite animal is a white tiger because they are rare and exotic. Favorite ice cream is Breyer's mint chocolate chip. This person would go skydiving every day if it were a possibility. I didn't ask Tony what day she's going skydiving, but I think I need to check with Alyssa on that so we make sure she survives. I've moved to close to 30 times and have lived in 8 different states. So we've got Carrie Walker as a guest. I cannot picture Carrie skydiving every day. Yeah, I also don't know that I can picture him adoring a white tiger. Katrina Johnson was a guest a couple times. Duval. Kristen Ackerman was a guest a couple times. Sticking with Nia. All right, are you ready? Our agent of the week is Whit. The 1 week nobody guesses Whitley. I think I said Whitley to try to throw you guys off because nobody guessed her. That's pretty awesome, Whit. Yeah. No, every week everyone guesses Whitley, except for this week. Yes, she was very strategic in these facts. Skydiving, really? Really? That's crazy. Very cool. Yeah. What is the favorite place you lived out of all the states? That's a good choice. Yeah, good answer. She said here. That's awesome. Well, thanks for playing with us. And I will see you guys tomorrow for happy hour if I don't see you today. Yes, Laura's going to jump on for prayer. Bye, Sandra.
Okay, I'm going to go walk to my office. Okay.